The recent pandemic has brought about both challenges and changes. And who's bearing the brunt of it all? Yes, the little ones. I'm talking about preschoolers from the age group of about 2 to 5 years. These children have moved from a very safe and secure, familiar environment of the classroom to the stark opposite of what they used to. With fleeting attention spans, these children are made to sit in front of their screens for very long periods of time. Each class lasts for about 30 to 60 minutes, and it has been a very challenging and difficult time for them. Which brings us to today's topic: how do we help children with preschooling online fatigue? What do I mean by it? Children who experience high levels of tiredness, worry, anxiety, and face a huge, massive burnout because of using online communication virtual platforms. Some of the common symptoms and signs I'd like to talk about are that these children face a lot of irritability, they have high levels of anxiety, they have difficulty in concentrating during class. You'll find some children daydreaming between class, not sitting at their desk, and having very low attention spans. Some of the physical symptoms which manifest are that they show issues with their eyesight, vision, they have headaches and migraines. Some of them even complain about stomach pains. The psychological consequences are that they show high levels of anxiety. They get highly anxious even if it is to just join the class or even turn on the webcam. Now, as parents, it's very important that you look out for these signs in your child. Children at this age group have not fully developed on cognitive, emotional, social, and language acquisition. They do not have a massive vocabulary to even come and tell you exactly how they're feeling or what it is that they're feeling. Now, looking at the psychological consequences to preschooling online is that most children at this age group have a very stubbed growth individually. Children at this age, while they're doing an activity in class, for example, while they're doing the activity, they need a whole lot of supervision and scaffolding and constructive feedback given to them while doing the activity, because that is how they learn and remember things better, and it also helps in their overall development as a child. The teacher now lacks giving individualized feedback. For example, the teacher to student ratio is outweighed. There is one teacher and there are about 30 to 35 students, and the teacher doesn't get the time to ask each and every one in class for their answer, and the child while doing the activity is lost because there is nobody to supervise and give constructive feedback as to how the activity should be done. So the child finishes class just doing the activity but has not entirely learned the concept of what was taught in class through the activity, which is really sad. Now, the other aspect of what I'd like to discuss about the psychological consequences is social development. Now, children enjoy being in school, especially during the lunch breaks and the time they spend with their friends on the ground has a lot to do with their social development. They grow more as an individual, and their overall development does grow many folds. For example, in school, motivation, inspiration, and there's healthy competition among peers. Children learn and ape from their peers, and that healthy competition helps in their development. But through preschooling online, that is lost. In fact, when you look at it through one of the most important psychological aspects to child development, when you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it is seen that safety and security are one of the most important things that a child needs, and thirdly being the sense of belonging. The child needs to have a sense of belonging to the classroom and to the teacher and to their peers for them to perform better in class and to stay engaged, and for overall social development of the child. Children are not meant to learn these attributes and these skills in isolation. The other psychological consequence which I'd like to talk about is partial continuous attention. What is partial continuous attention? It is when the child is trying to focus and scan constantly in the environment. For example, through preschoolers' online classes, it is seen that children are constantly trying to listen to the teacher, They are trying to listen to the answers their classmates are giving, at the same time trying to prepare their own answer and trying to respond. Now this causes a lot of multitasking, which doesn't happen in a real-time classroom setting. It has a lot of pressure and impact and strain on the child's brain, which leads to lower moods in the child and feeling a very drained out effect for the child. The child comes out after the class feeling very drained and exhausted. How do we combat preschooling online fatigue? Now, as a parent, one of the most important things you could do is create a classroom space in your house. It could be in a well-lit room at a desk where the child is able to concentrate and is psychologically prepared to receive and retain the information he's learning in class. I wouldn't suggest having the classes or the laptop or tab in bed because it is not the right environment for the child to learn. Secondly, I would suggest that give the child a little break in between classes. Apart from what the teacher has given, it could be a water break, but just taking a walk in the room or outside in the garden, just a change of scenario can help a lot to the rejuvenation of the child's brain. Especially when you see that your child is going to have a burnout and is feeling very drained. Please subscribe to Flinto Class on our YouTube channel right away, and for more parenting tips.